Your clock begin on your first bite.
Okay.
All right.
This is over the top.
There you go. Till a little bit won't fall. That's perfect. Perfect.
All right, I'm good to go.
All right. 258.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, water for us.
This is the Oriental Kitchen in Daly City, just south of San Francisco, California. It's a very small, blink and you miss it joint that's hidden in a strip with a really friendly atmosphere. And they serve like curry and bento and all kinds of traditional and more unconventional sushi. So one of their novelty rolls is called a Godzilla roll, and it's this 2-pound behemoth stuffed with salmon and tuna, tempura shrimp, crab, avocado, yellow radish, just a ton of stuff. Now it's also topped with tobiko and scallions and a couple of different types of sauces. Now if that wasn't enough, the whole thing is then battered and deep fried. Calling it insane would not even begin to describe it. Now these guys offer 3 challenges. One is a super spicy roll challenge, and the other 2 are finishing either 2 or 3 of their Godzilla rolls in one sitting. Now when I visited, there were hundreds of pictures on their spicy challenge wall of fame, but their Godzilla roll wall of fame was in really sparse shape, just a few pictures. The owner mentioned that people came in and tried their challenges all the time, like thousands of people since they had opened the restaurant. But only 4 people have ever finished the 6-pound roll challenge. So I recognized on their wall of fame there was the godfather of food challenges himself, Randy Santel, and the top-rated professional eater, Molly Schuyler. So I was really starting to second guess my chances here. Going into this, I knew the biggest challenge would be flavor fatigue with the fish. Eating too much of one nutrient makes food with that nutrient taste really awful. And fish have a ton of protein and a ton of polyunsaturated fatty acids. 2 things which get really gross really fast when you eat a lot of it in one sitting. Now that's why the first bite of a salmon fillet can taste really great, but after like 6 or 8 ounces it starts to taste kinda too fishy. So I avoided having too much protein and too much fat in the days before the challenge to kind of deplete myself of those nutrients. It's a strategy I've used in the past when a challenge is more about the type of food than the volume of food to be eaten. Because at the end of the day, 6 pounds isn't a huge amount of food, so I knew the flavor fatigue would be the hardest thing to overcome. When the challenge started, the owner told me that Molly had the fastest finish time of about 18 minutes, and I don't think he knew who she was, so he was trying to convince me that I could beat her. Now the time limit of the challenge was 2 hours, so I knew I didn't need to rush it. Now once you order it, the challenge takes about an hour to prepare, so if you want to try it yourself, I'd suggest calling ahead of time. I mean, they might be able to get started on the roll while you're driving into the restaurant. And the roll itself is far from traditional Japanese fare. It's all about fried protein, lots of salt, and tons of condiments on top. Like, there's a lot of flavors and a lot of different textures in this thing. It's very much an American style sushi. Now their menu had plenty of mako and nigiri, that focused more on traditional minimalism that you find in Japanese food. Just like a good piece of fish with a little bit of rice on it, you know what I'm talking about. So if I'm ever in town again, I'd love to try some of their other stuff from their menu. So in the end, I really liked this challenge. It was a ton of fun to take on a sushi roll that was really delicious. The guys who were in the restaurant were really nice, had an awesome atmosphere. And by the end, the flavor fatigue was starting to get to me, but I powered through it and I finished the last piece in just about 17 minutes. It's awesome to be up on that wall of fame, and I guess that means Molly will need to make her way back to try to retake a record. So thanks guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.
I guess I wasn't giving myself enough credit.
You were. You're gonna do it.
Make sure it's swallow. That's when you clap.
Thank you very much, sir.
Not a problem, not a problem.
Got this.
Perfect, you got it, come on.
Oh, you gotta do the whole thing.
You don't need the veggies. Just the food.
I'll get the scraps for you.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop you at 17 minutes.
Woohoo!
Alright?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Finally beat that. Give Molly a call.
Can I take a picture of you? That's cool.
Alright.
Jeez, oh man. My hands are all greasy now.